Start this morning. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Hagerstown. So good to see all of you here this morning. You are right where you belong. Look at this glorious morning. Why ask for anything more? I follow where my heart leads, walk through this open door. I've always been a seeker, felt I was alone. Now in this room full of smiling faces, I know I found my home. This is where joy lives, this is where love is, this is the place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. Here in this place I'm accepted, I'm welcome just as I am. I'm ready to be inspired, to reach out a helping hand. This is a new beginning, I trust in the mystery. Now that my heart is open, there's no place I'd rather be. This is where joy lives, this is where love is, this is the place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. This is where joy lives, this is where love is, this is the place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. I am right where I belong. I am right where I belong.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Brent and Kathy. Great way to start our service. And welcome to Unity of Hagerstown, everybody. It's good to see each and every one of you. Welcome to those joining us online. We're always so appreciative that you are joining us. And we have a quote here from Oprah. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. I think so. There's an idea that we need to keep growing, right? Let's join together in our opening prayer, shall we? Settling in, focusing on our heart space. This is the place where joy lives. Joy, that inherent quality within each and every one of us. We open our hearts to Spirit now, to that activity of love, that activity of wisdom as we are guided today to release that which may be keeping us from a deeper, more fuller understanding, from expressing our Christ consciousness in a more meaningful way. We are open, we are receptive. We understand that we are that light of God shining. And so it is. Amen. If you'll join me now in our vision statement. Together, Unity of Hagerstown exists to inspire awakening to the divine within and honor the sacred in all. And our mission statement. As a beloved community, we create a sacred space that empowers spiritual growth and ignites compassionate action. Love that so much. And I'm going to invite Jay to come forward now with the reading of our daily word.
Good morning. So the overarching word today is blessings. I am blessed to live each day in the presence of God. As I turn within and quiet my thoughts, I open to God within. Grounded in this presence of wisdom, love, and peace, I feel connected with the divinity of all beings. In this awareness, I become newly aware of expressions of God everywhere. I feel blessed to behold nature's beauty, perhaps snow glistening in moonlight, or the sun warming the earth, and birds soaring across the horizon. I find joy in smiling faces. I hear the laughter of friends sharing simple pleasures. I enjoy the beauty of holiday decorations hung with care and appreciate the sacredness they represent. Acts of selfless service show me God's love in action. I am grateful for these blessings and for my infinite, unfolding good. The reading is from Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord. And the recitation together. Blessings come into my life in the most unexpected ways. Let that settle in your heart space for a moment. And again, blessings come into my life in the most unexpected ways.
Okay, thank you, Jay. And some of those blessings are probably sitting right here. So we have an opportunity to greet one another with a hug, a namaste, a dance if you're feeling adventurous. You can come up here and dance with those online. I see you dancing at home. No. And yeah, let's say hello to each other. Thank you. And I do want to say hello to our online friends. And if you would, please put a comment in the comment section, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, so that we can interact and the viewers can interact as well. Thank you so much.
Just give them a minute. Yeah, maybe. Good morning. All right, we'll let them talk a little bit. Yeah. Yes. Yep, that's fine. You're not starting it that way. That's at the end. Yes, okay. Okay. Let's go. We'll go. Running around fixing this and that, giving it up to God and then taking it back. Just release and let it go. You don't even have to think about it no more. So get out of the way, 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 get out the way and let God do his thing. You look like the weight of the world's on your back. Just take a deep breath and cut yourself some slack. All that drama ain't good for you. You couldn't change what is if you wanted to. So get out of the way, 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 get out the way and let God do its thing. The sun's gonna shine and the river's gonna flow. The tide's gonna rise without your say-so. The universe is working and the good is flowing. You don't plant a seed and dig it up to see if it's growing. Get out of the way, 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 get out the way and let God do his thing. So we're gonna get out of the way right now. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Oh, get out the way. Get out the way and let God do her thing. I think that's it. Get out of the way and let God do her thing.
Wonderful. Love that song. Let's keep that one in the,
In the rotation.
in the rotation.
You got it.
Yeah, thank you. Oops. Okay, so before we start, I want to make sure everybody here has what is needed for our service, and that would be an envelope, dun, da, da, a piece of stationery and a piece of tracing paper, a pen, and if you know what, we may need books as well to write upon. What do you think? Yeah, so if I could get a volunteer to grab some books off the bookshelf and pass them around, and if you need any of the paper products, let our greeter know by raising your hand, and Brenda will come around and make sure that you have what you need. Brenda. Yeah, I didn't think about the books, handing out the books. And so you get to take the book home that you're given and bring it back after you read. No. And for those of you watching on home, you can easily do this ritual as well by getting the paper, envelope, and a smaller piece of paper if you want. You can take it outside to burn it when during the burning bowl, and you can hide that letter that you write to yourself on a shelf or in a drawer and come across it at just the perfect time. So I think everybody has everything that they need at this point in time, perhaps, and we are settling back in. So this is the burning bowl ritual, one of my favorite things in Unity. And, I feel like I've done at least 30 of these by now, and it always amazes me. It's like, oh, is there more to release? And sometimes I'm releasing the same thing. But the interesting thing about it is that as I unpack and bless whatever that has served me up to this point and letting it go, even if it's the same thing, it just reaffirms for me that our spiritual path is not a straight line and it's not circular. Our spiritual path is a spiral. So we are coming to each release with a different state of consciousness, a greater awareness, ready to let go in a more deeper way, perhaps. Michael Gott tells us experiencing an old pattern of thinking or behaving doesn't necessarily mean we've regressed. It could mean we are finally ready to face our old ways at a new depth with all the strength and wisdom we gained from the journey. So I find that to be very reassuring because I have released a belief repeatedly. So, and some of that is due because our thinking, our beliefs become habitual. They're so ingrained that it may take a little extra oomph to let them go finally. Now, we may have tried to change a behavior or a belief with little or no success. But today, I invite us to remember that it is not I, not the little I, doing the work here, the personality. It is our higher self. We turn it over to our higher self, which has the power of God, running through it. So David, King David, you may be familiar with this in the Old Testament, made a few mistakes, one might say. And in Psalm 51, he wrote, "Purify me, create in me a clean heart, O God. Renew a right spirit within me." And that's kind of what we're doing, the purification of this ritual, creating a new start for each of us to move forward with greater awareness. So in order to accept more of the good stuff in our life, and by good stuff, I'm talking about more love, more ability to love and to receive love. I'm talking about more peace in our life as well, more confidence in the guidance that we have from within, in order to operate in a spirit-led manner. we may need to release that which obstructs the flow. Just as if we wanted to get a new wardrobe, we might have to make room in the closet for it by letting some of the old clothes go, right? So if we want some spiritual or emotional or mental releasing so that we can move on, this is the perfect opportunity today to do so. Michael Bernard Beckwith tells us our work in spiritual growth is subtractive. There is nothing we need to add. We simply remove everything that stands in the way of our authentic expression. You think of the story about Michelangelo carving the statue of David. He just tipped away everything that was not David, right? So we release that which is not serving our highest good. That is, maybe it served us up to this point because it brought us here, but we don't need to hold on to feelings of unworthiness. We don't need to hold on to necessarily, the anger or bitterness, resentments or unforgiveness. Those things tend to block that flow of life within us. Life is a flow, and we have the ability, we can choose to restrict that flow in our consciousness by staying stuck in anger, by believing those limited thoughts about who we are. So to illustrate this point, I invite you to take a nice deep breath. Inhale as much as you can, hold it, and without exhaling, try to inhale more. Yeah. Okay, so you couldn't inhale as much the second time, right? Go ahead and let it go. Yeah. So we have to, life is all about giving and receiving, all about that flow. We probably, or we may have an idea of what we would like to let go of. We came here, if we knew that this was the burning bowl ritual, we might have had an idea of what we need to let go of. Well, I'm going to invite you to set that aside. That may be the thing that you need to release, but I want this to be spirit-directed. I want your higher self to inform you what it is that you need to release. So if we have ideas about ourselves that are limiting, that we're too old or not capable enough or whatever it is, wrong body size, if we have any ideas that do not support our growth and unfoldment on a spiritual level as a vital expression of God, whatever we've thought about ourselves that isn't loving or nurturing or kind, I want us to know that those beliefs are not true. They are simply not true. The universe knows the truth about you. Your heart knows the truth about you. Spirit within knows the truth about you, that you are made as an individual, magnificent expression of God, of light, of love. So those limiting ideas that we may have been raised with or we bought into along the way at some point are not valid. Sometimes what is blocking our way from realizing this Christ light within us in a more deeper capacity is unforgiveness. Now, our elder brother Jesus repeatedly said that you cannot pray aright if you are bound to grudges or resentments or bitterness. So forgiveness works as a way to dissolve whatever stands between you and your highest good. Forgiveness cleanses the mind. It purifies the heart. It cleanses the relationships too. And it opens the way for that light within to be expressed more fully. So instead of holding on to whatever beliefs we may be holding on to, whatever stories we're telling ourselves about maybe ourselves or another person, we hold it on tight sometimes. We can allow that to be let go. And if we are feeling stuck on trying to release it, there's a simple statement that may help. And this will be posted during our quiet time so that you can use it. I lovingly release you into the hands of Spirit, knowing that infinite intelligence shall guide us both into ways of peace, prosperity, and joy. So again, our elder brother understood about forgiveness and release. His prayer was in Matthew 23:26, cleanse first that which is within the cup, that the outside may be clean as well. So social science has been showing us that personal willpower is not the most effective way to change a habit. And anybody who's made a New Year's resolution and broken it like within 24 hours or within a week or two understands that. It's kind of a recipe for failure, really. So failures, when we fail to keep something that we had resolved to do, can set up kind of a host of reactions within us. And we can confuse that failure with who we are. We may have failed at keeping that resolution, but we are not a failure, and I want you to understand the difference of that. We may have failed at keeping that resolution because perhaps there's a biological addiction there. You know, we may have failed at it. Maybe we just need to keep working at it or allow our higher self to work at it. So if this is the case, if this is resonating, we start by really forgiving ourselves for condemning ourselves, knowing that we are human, and sometimes humans make mistakes. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't work out how we have planned. But if we are moving from that idea of this shared humanity into thinking that we are unworthy or unlovable because of this failure, that's what we need to let go. So noticing what is coming up with you, noticing associated thoughts that may be coming up, and see if you can see that there may be an underlying belief that maybe aggressiveness comes from fear, that mistakes may have come from trying to get needs met, and really asking that deep, vulnerable place within us, what does it need? What does it need to release at this time? And sometimes, because this is uncomfortable, it can be uncomfortable work, if you place your hand on your heart, even on your stomach, it can be comforting when you do this. We'll move into a little time of silence. Just remember this. It's a very helpful tool, even just rubbing the little circle there. So letting in forgiveness allows us to really move into that place of love without holding back. Tara Brach tells us our vengeance against ourselves, just think of that, our vengeance against ourselves for what we've done wrong is a lazy form of grief. When we've done stuff that's been hurtful, we need to grieve it, to allow ourselves to feel forgiven and know it's not our fault. When we really get that it's not our fault, we become more responsible. We are able to respond from a wise and intelligent place. So again, this work that we're doing today, and really along this spiritual path, can be uncomfortable. The analogy of the butterfly, or the caterpillar changing into the butterfly, is pretty apt here. I want to explain a little bit about it's not our fault, because I truly believe we're all doing the best we can with the tools that we have available to us. When we know better, we do better, right? So as we forgive ourselves and release the thoughts that are limiting in any way, we move away from that idea of alone, I'm in this alone, to idea of connection. This is an experience that humanity shares. We are also connected together by that beautiful spirit of love and wisdom. God, We all reside in God. God resides in all of us. So, and it is through that strength and power of spirit within that enables us to make a shift in our thoughts, in our words, and also in our actions. Now, the energy we need to release something comes in direct proportion to our willingness to allow our higher self to take control. So, this is why we follow the burning bowl with a letter from God, which is what the stationery is for, and the envelope as well. So, Michael Gott tells us we don't need to raise the dead or walk on water. We only need to shed our false and limiting beliefs about who and what we are and live the truth of our divine nature. Yes. So I think I'll move on to Hafiz. Write all that worries you on a piece of parchment. Offer it to God. Even from the distance of a millennium, I can lean the flame in my heart into your life and turn all that frightens you into holy incense. Transformation. Transformation. So the burning bowl, the fire itself, is symbolic of transformation. And just like incense putting smoke up into the air, that's significant of prayers going up as well, too. When you burn the smaller piece of paper, on which you have written what you want to release, I invite you to watch it and see it transformed as well. And recognize that whatever we're releasing, we can transform. We are transforming it in the action of releasing it. So Charles Fillmore tells us, the fire of spirit never ceases its life-giving, purifying glow. We are purifying our hearts for a new start by releasing these regrets, the unforgiveness, the wounds. And as we burn our paper, again, stay present, bless whatever it is that you're releasing, because it's brought you here, brought you this far along your path. And then allow that activity of spirit within to lead you into next steps. I want you to know that change is possible. Even if you're releasing the same thing from last year, change is possible. It takes a lot of energy to keep mistakes and fears hidden. So now's the time to take that energy and choose to use it in a more conscious way, a life-embracing way, so that we can shift into the thoughts of the truth of our being, that you are loved and supported just as you are, that you are a magnificent light of the world. You know, in an African tribe, and I don't know which one, and actually I don't know if this is true. It's a story I heard, come to think of it, but it's a good story. In an African tribe, when someone violates the rule, the whole village comes together in a circle, and the individual stands in the center. And then each member of the tribe tells that individual something good about them, about the individual, something good that they've done or said. And then that helps that individual come back to remember who they are. So in much the same way, the letter that you write, after we release whatever we're releasing, and really blessing it, after we do that, come back and write that letter in telling yourself something good about who you are. Now, we're writing this from the highest perspective that we can reach, our higher self, allowing the words to come in an easy flow, kind of a stream of consciousness way, not trying to force anything. Just let the words come. And the letter that you write will only be seen by you. Once you have completed it, put it in the envelope, address the envelope, seal the envelope, address the envelope to yourself. Although it would be kind of cool to mix them up, I guess, one day. But address it to yourself and put it in the basket that's next to the double doors right here in the sanctuary. So at the core of this whole ritual today is being still and listening, being still, allowing your heart to inform you what to release, and then allowing Spirit, your higher self, the Christ consciousness, what to say in the letter. So let's go ahead and take a moment as we move into meditation. I want to just point out those are the two things that you can use as a reference if you want to throughout this. But we're going to move into a time of meditation. So as we settle in and allow that chair to support us, allow Mother Earth to support the chair and our bodies. I invite you to move our focus to the heart space. Open, receptive, listening. What is it that I need to release today? What is it that is no longer serving me, that I can transform into a stepping stone along my path? And as we continue in the silence, know that the answer will come to you. And if it comes today, fantastic. If it doesn't, fantastic. This ritual, while we're limited as far as the time of the service, can be done anytime, any place. So open and receptive to the activity of Spirit, to the wisdom within my heart. I allow that answer of what I need to release to come forth. And once you have written it down, I invite you to take it outside and burn it in the fire pit. And then come back and write the letter to yourself from your higher self, answering the question, what does my greatest and deepest wisdom want to communicate to me? As we bring this part of the service to the close, if you haven't completed your letter, I invite you to take it home, bring it back with you next week, and it will be mailed out sometime in 2026. And generally speaking, the timing is perfect. You receive it right when you need it the most. So, okay, and now we'll have a song with Brett and Patty.
I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray how I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, 'cause it's all so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I'll ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well.
Thank you, Brett and Patty. Beautiful song. Now I invite you to join me in our offertory affirmation together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. I give thanks for the all-providing source within. And during our offering, we'll have another song.
And you might want to stand up and shake it out on this one. Maybe.
I do.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, no, no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Thank you, Brett and Patty, once more. Great song for our burning bowl ritual. And we have a few announcements. These that are listed already on the screen are the ongoing, and a few special ones are on the 1st of January, which is coming up. Isn't that crazy? We're having a vision board workshop and a light luncheon or brunch or whatever you might want to call it. I'm not quite sure what the menu is, so it could be either, but it will be vegetarian. And there is a sign-up sheet being passed around. Supplies are provided for the most part. However, if you have magazines you'd like to bring in, if you have photos or cards that have a special message for you, we will be visioning how we want to be in 2026. Not what we want to get, although that can work too, but more how we want to be and images that come to us for that. Okay, and then the listening workshop coming up on the 5th of January, and it's being offered at 2 different times, 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. with an optional potluck in between. Adair Eves is offering this on how to listen with presence, I believe is how we might call it. And there is a sign-up sheet going around for that as well. This is on a love offering basis as well. And then, on the 11th, we have another potluck. And which is pretty fantastic. We love our potlucks. We typically just use the colder months to do those, and so let's take advantage of it as we can. And then beginning on the 13th of January, we're having a second Tuesday study on the 12 powers, which is something that's uniquely unity, so 12 powers within us, based on the book, I think I have it here, Adventures in Resilience. Ignite the 12 powers in you to create a radiant life. This class is free. It's being offered once a month for the year of 2026. You can come to one of them. You can come to all of them as your schedule permits and as you desire. It is based on this book, so it would be helpful if you had it, but you don't necessarily need it for the first class, okay? So if you'd like to take a look at the book before signing the sign-up sheet, just come up here and look at it after the service. And then, yes, that class is on Zoom. And then we have dinner and game night coming up in January, not to be missed. That will be on the 16th, and bring your favorite game to that. And we'll have some fun, community building time. And then volunteer opportunities for 2026. We're still looking for greeters. We're still looking for hospitality. We're still looking for prayer chaplains. If any of that resonates with you, if you'd like to learn more about it, you can see me. You can see BG as well, or even Mary for hospitality. There's a sign-up sheet in the foyer for that. Now, we do have enough Daily Word readers, so for Daily Word, we'll start with those who have signed up in January. For greeters, we may have to wait another week or so. So just letting that be known. And then finally, because we believe in spiritual education in this community. That's how we grow, not only in consciousness, but in community as well. We're offering this fabulous book. We were made for these times. 10 Lessons for Moving Through Change, Loss, and Disruption. This is based on, well, it's written by Kyra Jewel Lingo, who was a nun at Plum Village for many years, studying under Thich Nhat Hanh. So this is a Buddhist book, learning some of the principles there. This will be offered on Wednesdays, beginning January 21st, again at 3 p.m., 3 a.m. Wouldn't that be something? 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. 3 p.m. for those who don't want to drive in the dark, or maybe it works with your schedule better. And there is a suggested amount of $50 for this class. Again, the book will be helpful to have that. Mary. When is that? Yeah. That should have been on the previous one, yeah. But yeah, okay, yes, you're right. Congregational meeting on the 18th, and sound bath on the first Wednesday of every month. So we have a lot going on. But I think that's how Hillary. At the potluck, yes. It's good. It's good. So at this time, we're going to say goodbye to our virtual friends. We love you. We bless you. We know the light that you are. Thank you for being a part of this community.